You know, from the field standpoint, this looks like phenomenal corn, and it is phenomenal corn, but when you get inside, whoa, you find out what is lurking beneath. This is Dan Bjorklund, Landus technical agronomist. I'm over by Hampton, Iowa. Received a call today on August 2nd, Saturday. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. The usual crowd is around. They're thinking about tar spot and southern rust and how much it's spreading all around. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a cornfield and you've been doing this for 4 weeks, you know, it is what it is. But what I'm finding here is this field was sprayed 2 weeks ago. And first of all, look at the yield potential here. Now, I haven't counted the rows around and the length, but it's pretty phenomenal. But here's what the farmer saw. So we got southern rust in here, and if you look closely, where my thumb is, there's also some tar spot. And there's tar spot up here. And I remember in 2022, there's tar spot here. So I mean, there's quite a bit of tar spot, and as you know, all of these are at ear leaf and above. Is right over my head. Now, in the year 2022, we had this showing up at this time, and fields that were then reapplied with some, you know, with the fungicide, yielded 20-30 bushels more than those same fields that were split and did not have a fungicide application. So the number one question that we're getting is, what do I do now? I applied fungicide 2 weeks ago, and I'm seeing infection. It's southern rust, and here it's the double whammy of southern rust and tar spot. So what do I do? And my recommendation is you got to come back in here and protect this corn. I mean, look at the yield potential. So this is one area. This field here was not in Sky Scout, so I'm just walking blind. I'm trying to just basically do original scouting, and I'll go into various areas of this field, and I'll show you what I'm seeing. Yeah, what's really concerning here is that we're all the way up into the top of the canopy, and tar spot is what I'm most concerned about here. Yeah, we're seeing some rust also, and we saw some rust earlier, but I just remember what happened in 2022. It's only the 6th or only the 2nd of August, and having this tar spot this high in the canopy, I'd be pretty concerned in 3 weeks if I didn't do anything about this. Now, this was already applied once, and you say, shouldn't that be enough? This year has just been an absolutely unbelievable high disease pressure year. And if you look at the labels with most of the fungicides, they will say repeat applications every 14 days. And they're implying in those high disease years, and that's what we're having this year. Going to give you a little genetic training again. What has white silks and a tassel with the main spoke maybe 5 or 6 inches long and quite a few side branches. I was only going to show you one more. I'm only going to show you one more area if I saw something remarkable, and this is the heaviest tar spot I've seen. Keep in mind that genetic description, white silks and a tassel that's almost like a claw. Doesn't have that big spoke that some people talk about. That's 14 inches long. This one's got a smaller one. I have no idea what this particular hybrid is. Got an idea of what genetics it is. And if you want to know that, guys, you'll have to call me individually. And I would say demand that Landus do a deep dive in genetics so you know what the hell to plant next year to diversify. Because my God, this is horrific. And this has had this already had an application 2 weeks ago. This is, I have no more adjectives. You know, I've been in several fields, and I said, you know, I was going to end it after field 3 because there was so much pressure. Unless I saw something really, really different. And this is the 4th field that I looked at. And what's different here is fungicide program. This was mirrorless Neo. And I'm just looking, you know, it's got the corn in the same stage as it was over there. It's a little bit shorter than some of that other corn. Still got that one look genetically. But it was not hard to find disease pressure. That's maybe the first one I've seen. So, I mean, there's very, very amazingly better here than the first fields that I looked at. So all I can tell you is this is all anecdotal. It's not a replicated trial. I'm an agronomist. I go out in the field. I go out every day. I've been doing this for the last 2 months, very heavily in July, but all the way back using Sky Scout when we first started flying fields. So it goes back 2-3 months. And amazing, this is the best corn I've seen for plant health, at least in the last 4 weeks. And so I'm just reporting what I see. You guys can decide for yourself. Dan Bjorklund, signing off again, I think for the 2nd time. Landus Technical Agronomist.